I would like to discuss about loving your body and my journey of loving my body. Growing up, when I was about 15 years old, I had this picture on my wall of Jessica Alba and a bikini photo, of course, and I had it in my mind, I am going to be a size 6. I had it in my mind, I'm going to have the body of Jessica Alba. And I was very hard on myself, very ashamed. There was one point in high school where I couldn't look myself in the mirror, right? And you know when you go into a high school bathroom, like you walk in, there's huge mirrors, and then you get to the stalls, right? So I would always look down and try to look away from my reflection and try to just go into a stall and then get out as quickly as possible. While everybody else would be hanging out in the mirror, talking, and I'd just be out. Because I just didn't like to look at myself. And even when I was even younger, like middle school and elementary school, I used to go into my bathroom with the lights off because I just didn't want to look at myself in the mirror. I would even brush my teeth, comb my hair with the lights off in my bathroom. And I would have a little night light, and it was just enough light so I could, see I'm brushing my teeth and combing my hair. But besides that, I just, for a long period, and this was years. So I was always quite an athletic person, right? I was into any kind of sport imaginable. Imagined. So I was participating in dance since I was 3 years old, cheerleading, softball, horseback riding. I mean, my mother, being an only child, was adamant that I experience the fullness of creativity, because that's something that she always wanted when she was young, right? So I was always moving, and even to this day, I'm always moving, right? I'm always excited to move, energy, right? But I wasn't eating the right things, right? I was not eating the right things at all. And I was actually eating things, I didn't know then, but I was actually eating things that go against my unique diet, right? And when you mature, right, when you get older, and you start to understand you have a unique diet, right? And for me, my unique diet is like nuts, right, and a lot of vegetables. I mean, I'm sure we all can eat nuts and vegetables, but for me, I'm more of I like to have a lot of fluids, a lot of fluids moving through me. And at the time, since I was so go, it was just like fast food, like KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken. And I knew the menu like the back of my hand, right? I knew the menu, I knew everything. I got the same thing, always the cheese, the grilled cheese. So I was very athletic, but then the food is what caused me, I think the biggest weight I was a size 14, right? But the thing is, very quickly I would lose weight. It would just shed off me as quickly as it came on because of how active I was. But I noticed it didn't matter like if I gained weight or lost weight, because my weight fluctuated throughout the years. It was just that I wasn't comfortable in my own skin. And it was deeper than just, okay, I'm not a size 6, right? Okay, right? It had to do with accepting myself for everything that I am. And it's not just your body, it's also your mind, it's also your spirit, right? So what helped me in my journey to really accept not only my body, but also my mind and my spirit is really, for me, it was connecting with my ancestors, and it was loving the fact that I am quite ethnically ambiguous, and I'm quite ethnically diverse and ethnically international. So when I started to learn my history, my roots, it made me feel complete and whole, right? So I wasn't insecure about me fitting into this or that, because I had this almost like this secret knowing, that I was exceptional, right? And it was not because I'm Black woman or Middle Eastern woman or Spanish woman. It was just because I had a genuine respect for these cultures, right? So when I started to learn about basically the lineage of the Middle East through the pathway of Yogi Bhajan, his lineage being from Pakistan, and I would study him, like, right, you know, if you could get like a bachelor's degree in a study of an individual, I would totally have had the Yogi Bhajan. And even now you're excavating and still going deeper and deeper. And when it came to my Spanish side, I actually went to Spain, the only country I've ever been really in Europe ever was Spain. And I was just meditating in this beautiful field right outside the main city of Segovia, and I would just be amazed by how much history I felt in this overall geographic region of Spain. And I would just like go to like the poetry museums and the poetry readings, and just really just going in and being amazed. So I found for me, in like accepting myself and my look, my body, my mind, my spirit, is learning. When I'm learning something, not just about learning, you know, how small my waist size is or how, you know, long my hair is, but actually learning my eyes, like where do my eyes come from? Like, okay, like where does my hips come from, right? Where does my cheekbones come from? So these are the questions I asked when I started getting out of high school. And I was in this weird transitional period that I'm still in. And I would just ask these simple questions, and I would make it like some ecstatic poetry. And that is what's helped me to really appreciate. It's more of like I have an appreciation for my roots and where I come from, because I know the journey to get to where I am right now was not easy. You know, I mean, there's immigrants all across the board inside of me, and all kinds of stories and journeys that these people had to go through that most likely it was not easy, right? For my great-grandfather to come from Spain to Virginia, or my, you know, African side to be participating in slavery, right, in the United States of America, and having to navigate through that, right? Or my Cherokee side, you know, having to be in the United States of America when, you know, the Cherokee Indians, I mean, you just kill them, you know, and just, okay, you know, oh well, right? And you know, even the white side in me, right? The German side in me, even the French side in me. There's all of these stories. So I think finding my niche as an individual is what helped me to feel okay with my body. And I learned that my niche is storytelling, mirroring exactly what I am inside, underneath my brown skin, underneath my brown eyes, my size 7 body, right? Or I don't even know what size I am, because I haven't worn jeans in a long time. But it's the storytelling, that I'm a storyteller, and that's what helped me to accept who I am.